Hello everyone, this is Julian from Kanen Coffee, and today we have a really special machine with us in the shop. Today we have a Weber. The key is what they call this grinder. I believe this is a V2 due to the declumper mechanism built on the bottom. Or you could buy or if you have a V1, you can buy the modification to make it with that pretty much clump buster. If it were to take this off, you would see it. What it does is when you turn on the grinder on the right, that little clump buster spins around this whole little cup, breaking all the clumps from the static. But besides that, it had came in for an issue with the burrs. The burrs weren't wanting to spin. The motor wasn't wanting to spin. It was completely clogged up. Unsure if it was coffee or maybe some sort of rock or something got in there. That's most common with any grinder really, or any coffee. If you ever to see some sort of clog, at least to that extreme, usually it's some weird mineral got in or something like that and clogged the burrs. After inspecting the burrs looked really good, and after using the burrs after the fix, they worked great. But pretty much the fix or the issue was that the customer was having a hard time taking that bottom bolt off, and I also had a really hard time taking it off. So it wasn't a user issue there. It was just this grinder was really clogged up. Um, but besides that, we were able to take off the bottom burr, and I did a full recalibration. We also had to replace the feather key. You can see what a feather key looks like here. This little guy. It's a really important part of the grinder. Without this feather key, the grinder actually doesn't work, because you have Mazda burrs in there, and there's a little slot on the Mazda burr that slides in, and this allows the cone burr to go all the way in, slide way too far up. So you definitely need that feather key, and so we replaced that. That was in there. It just wasn't there for some reason. And so I fully calibrated it. I don't know if this is the calibration for the person's machine because different coffees grind at different levels and stuff like that. But I did calibrate it to what I would consider an espresso blend, just so we can test. Cool thing about this grinder is that you can actually control how fast it grinds. So it goes really silent on the slowest speed, and then you can rev it up really fast on the higher speeds, depending on where you need it to. And that just does a few little things, more of a cool feature than anything. But yeah, it's nice to have. We're going to turn it off real quick. We're going to fill this little hopper with some beans. Don't mind the mix of colors. This is just our test coffee that we use here. There we go. And we're going to start grinding. Of course, you can rev it up fast or you can rev it up slow depending on how you want it to go. And then that little clump buster is constantly spinning around the bottom to grind all your coffee out, or to break up all those clumps of static in the coffee. Get all those little extra ones out there. Let it grind through until you pretty much hear the burrs go silent. This usually means all the coffee's out of the chamber. Kind of rev it quick just to make sure everything's gone. Turn this off. You're going to pop this cup off. It's magnetic. You could drop it, slide it out of the clump buster because you don't want to hit that. And as you can see, grinding really well. Really good burrs in this grinder. You could kind of, I'll just dump it on the counter so that you can kind of see the grind quality. Make a little mess. But as you can see, it's not even in frame. There you go. Really fine coffee. And of course you could go more. This is just where I left it off at. I will say, just because of how these burrs are kind of built, I would be cautious about going too fine. I would consider this, what I have it on right now, as a little too fine. But if you were to go further, the burrs will chatter, and you don't want that to happen with your burrs. So I'll probably actually dial it back from here. So whenever the customer comes and picks it up, I would probably recommend going backwards and kind of adjusting it from there. But besides that, the grind is working well, and I've been testing it for a few days now, and it's been doing great. But that's about it for this repair. If you like this video or any of our other repairs on our channel, leave a like, subscribe, and hit the bell. And just a quick reminder, all of our repairs come with a 90 days warranty upon picking up. So if anything related to the work we've done seems to fail or anything along those lines, you could contact us by email. We will 100% get you sorted there. But yeah, I hope everybody has a lovely day, a rest of their day. Thank you.